Hey guys, something a bit cool looking for you today. It's the DZ500 FPV plane from HobbyKing. What I'll be doing is showing you how it comes in the box, how I've set it up and some flight footage. If you'd like to see any of the bits that I've used, I'll put a link in the description below. Use them after you logged on and you'll get the stuff a bit cheaper. So let's get going. So this is how the DZ500 comes boxed. It did actually come with a bit of cardboard protection around it. I've taken that off. What you want to make sure you do is don't get too excited when you open it up, say if you're using a knife, because the actual wing is right pretty much straight under that, so if you get too excited you're going to cut straight into the wing. Got one of the wings here, another wing. Actually got a, looks like an instruction sheet on how to build it, but seeing as it's already put together we won't really be needing that. Although it does show you the recommended CG. Sticker sheet. We've got the fuselage. A couple of elevons. And the tail. Right, so let me lay these parts out and get a closer look. So I've got it all laid out now. The tail is a fairly simple construction, it's not an airfoil, it's a nice flat shape. The fuselage is quite see-through, there's not many solid panels. It does have a hatch here, which I did have to remove a little bit of material on each of those edges just to make it fit in a bit better. It was a bit snug before. And you can see the angle there ready for your FPV camera. Now the heat shrink film on it, as you can see there, it's got a bit of a waviness to it. It looks like it's been left out in the sun or the heat at some stage, but those will come out with a bit of a touch up with the heat iron. And you've got your elevons there, they've been laser cut with the circles taken out. For the power supply, I've got a Prop Drive 2826 and it's 1350 kV, and I've got a TURNIGY Sentry 40 amp speedy. That's way overkill, you could probably get away with 20 or 25, that's just what I had lying around. And I have also taken off the heat shrink. Just got a normal orange 6-channel receiver with the satellite, and I'll be using two HXT 900s. And here you can see the bag of the carbon fibre rods and a couple of the bits of hardware that come with the plane. Now there's not many pieces to the plane, so it shouldn't take me too long to put together. So it's all set up now, ready to go. I've got the CG set up to the recommended 15% from the front. One issue I found with the recommended motor size, it actually put the prop too close to the tail edge here, so I've gone ahead and put a 2836 dimension and it's 1800 kV. I'll be running that on a 2154 cell. And you can see with the reflex I've got it set up so it's parallel with the top edge there. And what I've done to get the CG correct with the smaller battery, I've just temporarily stuck some LEDs on the front and that's given me the correct 15%. So all that's left to do now is take her up and see how it goes. That's actually pretty good on the CG there. Flying quite nicely. It certainly doesn't want to level its wings, I'm having to do that myself. Seems to roll quite nicely. Let's try a loop. It seems to do that quite well. It's actually quite a fun plane to fly, I think. Right, I'm going to try landing now. It's a crosswind, so I'm going to have to try and land in the scrub. So guys, that's how she flies. It turned out to be a very, very easy plane to fly. Definitely you don't need to be advanced or anything like that. Definitely set it up to 15%. I found that was quite perfect. For stalling, I couldn't get it to stall. It doesn't self-level, so you do have to do that yourself. But as far as pulling back and wingtip stall, it just doesn't seem to do that. I had it flying along with full up elevator on the glide, and it would do a bit of bobbling, but just wouldn't stall. I'm not going to set this one up for FPV at the moment. I'm just going to use it as a sport flyer, but from the way it flies, I think it's going to be great for that. You guys can see there's plenty of FPV videos how to set them up on YouTube, so have a look if you want to set one of those up in it. I think it's pretty good plane and quite recommended. So see you later. Looks like we got 2 wing harms here. Now the motor can actually come straight apart. Someone should push him now. Kick him in the butt.